Welcome to the MaryLee Herrmann Show, Talk to Me Like I'm 50. And when I came up with that title, it was because I was in my 50s already and grateful that no one has asked me my exact age. Though really, should it matter? But it's just the idea that when you turn 50, that all of a sudden there's this vibe. At least for me, it was like, oh my gosh. It wasn't so much like, okay, I want to get this done before I'm 50. Now it's like, oh my gosh, I want to get this done before I'm dead. Counting, like, talk about scarcity, right? Scarcity of life, scarcity of time. Not healthy, just letting you know. Well, being open here, I have a birthday coming up next week. And a few weeks ago, I was thinking about that birthday and I did a downward spiral. It made me so sad to think about what, oh my gosh, I'm going to turn this age, I'm going to turn this number. There's going to be this day and the clock is just going to go, you're this age now. And it hurt my heart so bad to feel of all the things that I hadn't done. And to make matters worse, my poor car, my sweet Subi, as if you've seen a previous video, my car died of 20 years. And I'm not in a position at this very moment to get a new car. And I'm unemployed, working on it. So if you know of any jobs that you think might be good for me, let me know. And doesn't even have to be right here in Colorado. Well, being unemployed and without a car was not exactly how I thought I would be in my 50s. And I really just spent so many hours just sulking about what I didn't have, where I'm not. Well, guess what? I don't get those hours back. Eventually, I reached out and I think I signed up for something. I signed up for a social media challenge. Just on a whim. I've never really given that much thought to social media. It sort of has felt like, oh, it's this big daunting thing and I'll get around to it if I ever need it. Well, by taking that challenge, it was one step toward empowerment. And that's so much about what this is about, right? That even though, see, not great word choice. I'm over 50. I'm in my 50s. And that doesn't mean that I should start counting down the days. You know, I used to feel like, oh, okay, well, I want to all have this and this and this done by the time I'm 50. Then I turned 50 and it became all of a sudden this big dark hole of, okay, I want to get this and this done before I'm dead. Yeah, not very healthy thinking. Yeah, on the scarcity side. Well, by doing that social media challenge, it was just one little step, but it did something for me that I learned. I learned something. And I grew. Well, then I had a workshop for my one-person show, my solo performance show. Well, by showing up for that, I became even more empowered and learned, and I created a whole new character. The solo performance show, for those not familiar, is that even though it's one person performing, you're performing a lot of different characters and personalities. And so to come up with this new character, and you know what she is? She is the fire in my belly. She is my aspirations. And that was a reminder that I do have that still there. And it's not going to go away. It's not going to wane, that flame of desire and what I want for myself, just because there's this number happening, because there's this day that's still, it's a week away even. Right, well, how much can I do in a week? I'm so excited at that now, even though it's even closer to my birthday. You know, normally it would be, oh no, it's getting closer, it's getting closer. I'm in a better place than I was then because I am taking steps. I'm doing things to find fulfillment. I'm learning. I'm encouraging myself and finding encouragement in other places to grow. And that's all the difference into how going into this birthday. And it doesn't hurt that I have two very, very dear friends that both offered to host parties, birthday parties at their house. I mean, my gosh, I hadn't even mentioned my birthday. To be honest, my sweetheart had kind of brought it up at some point, like, oh, we should figure out what to do. In my mind, no kidding, back then, I was thinking, all right, well, maybe he'll get me a cupcake for breakfast, because I love cupcakes and donuts, though. I don't turn down donuts. And then we'll maybe go out to eat, but maybe not. Maybe we'll just have a simple thing here. Maybe I'll go get a bottle of champagne and just drink it to myself. He doesn't drink champagne, otherwise I'd share. But that's what I didn't want to plan it. I didn't want to think about it. But now I'm going to have a great birthday party on my birthday. Get to share it with some of my dear friends and be excited. I get to be excited going into my next turn around the sun. Like I mentioned in a previous episode, one of my very earliest episodes, that I'm not a fan of New Year's resolutions because I feel that there's just definitely more power, more energy into starting the year already in that whatever your resolution is, whether it's to exercise or just whatever steps you're wanting to take to fulfill your life by making a resolution. We'll make it before then. So I already have my resolution going. I don't know what my ones would have been last year, but I doubt they were to sit around and sulk or, oh, I hope I go into my next birthday depressed. But it doesn't matter because now I'm in this moment and I get this moment. I get to be here. Thank you very much. And so one thing that I will say, though, is that I've been working on my one-woman show on and off for so many years. 3 or 4 years. And if I'm going to have a resolution at all, a birthday resolution, yeah, celebrate me. My dear friend Holly used to call me Mary Leo. It fits. If I'm going to have anything in my mind that I'm thinking, okay, by next year, it's my one-woman show. I'm doing it. I'm making it happen. However, I am going to say that my resolution for the next Circle Around the Sun is that by this time I will have premiered my one-woman show, The Dream, LA, New York, maybe even Edinburgh, and perhaps even now to the point where I'm presenting it in your town. For the record, my birthday is July 23rd. I am happy to take all acknowledgement, love, hugs, birthday wishes, and I'll be 57. Thanks so much for watching the MaryLee Herrmann Show. Talk to me like I'm 50. Talk to me like I'm 56 and 11 months and 3 weeks. Take care.